do this. And we're back! With Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. I'm Rob. I'm in with George.
Hello.
There we go. And Iffy.
No.
Okay. Well, let me get out of here.
This is a good start. We're just dying.
You okay there, George? What's happened?
1 sec.
Did water go down the wrong way?
Okay, I'm fine. Yeah.
Alright.
I hate when that happens. Yeah.
Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming?
Apparently me coughing. No motive, no crime. No motive, no crime. Sing with me. No motive, no crime.
Okay.
I remember when we used to search in the jelly room in Crane. I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost along the way.
I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae.
Oh, that's supposed to be reggae.
Apparently!
Well, I've done it now, here we go. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hey, pal.
Who? Nope, mate.
How long have you been there?
Just got here.
Okay.
What are you up to, detective?
I'm investigating because I'm an investigator. I promised to Mr. Edgeworth that I'd investigate the investigation. I promise I'll find the real murder weapon.
By investigating.
Yep, investigator.
The real murder weapon.
The Bob Sword thing turned out to be the false lead, right? Giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up with any clues. Just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though.
A letter?
Yeah, the letter B, to be precise.
So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe?
Don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess you can't. Looks like the murder took place in the inner temple garden. And they're talking about that bloody writing on the lantern. Pretty serious back at HQ.
What? You mean?
Don't have the details, pal. All I know is if you don't find Myla down in that sacred cavern, you're going to be faced with one ugly situation.
What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here?
You got me, I don't know. You know my words, pal.
But who said it?
Mr. Guillot.
Ah, of course he did. What did you mean by that? Sorry, that interaction was hilarious. How about that letter you found?
You remind me, pal. Busting a guy trying to find the murder weapon.
At least you said accidentally read it as busting a nut.
Well, I could bust it up, but I don't think that's appropriate in this case. I find some burnt up old letter.
Burnt up old letter?
Yeah. It was in that incinerator right outside the temple.
The incinerator? I knew it! I knew I wasn't imagining it! There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder.
So were you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to take a look.
Can I? Do you mind?
Yeah, sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. But it's got no relation to the case.
Spirit mediums. Armor. It's gotta be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. I better give it a good looking over and some serious thought.
Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Doing's a crime, pal.
So, what do you know about the real murder weapon so far?
Well, it wasn't the fancy sword that was found impaled in the victim's body.
Nice save.
You said you approved that in court today.
Yeah, that's true.
In which case, it must have been another blade.
And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? And another rider. Another blade. Okay. Sorry, that was a bit of an inside joke.
Not often anyway, it's fun.
Is that joke for who? Because I didn't get it.
So that's what you're looking for. Another blade and another rider.
Alright.
Kamen Rider fans rejoice! Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. Man is tiring at work, but let me tell you, pal. Tell you something. I'm no chicken.
Doubtful.
I'm a pheasant.
Yeah, you're busy.
We've got a feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this.
Secret weapon. Sounds secret and weapony.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. What's this secret weapon of yours?
It's a secret. Okay, I'll tell you. You want to know? You got to think of it scientifically, okay?
Alright.
Get your thinking cap on. You got your thinking cap on?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. The murder weapon was a sword.
Gotcha.
Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right?
Yeah?
Yeah. Any questions so far?
Not really. I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart.
So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! Metal detector.
Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away.
Well, you want to give scientific investigation a go?
Not me!
Been using this thing for hours now. Gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try?
I don't know. Can I help Detective Gumshoe out or not? Play forensics, I suppose.
Come on, pal. It's good fun. I'm telling you.
Alright, guess I'll give it a go.
Like I said, it's the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best. It's so sensitive, you could make it cry. It's so high-tech, you could skydive off it.
Oh, bother.
So now, I tell you how to use it.
Please don't.
Suppose the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right?
Sure, that's what we're trying to find out.
Right. So first, let's turn the detector on. That's the sound. The metal detector signal bouncing off something. Next, touch that detector and take a real good look around the courtyard with it now. When you hit something metallic, the check gauge will flash. When that happens, touch the gauge to really give the area a good hard stare. Thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight too. Take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, alright, pal?
I already know what I'm looking for. This is Mr. Dim's staff, isn't it?
You know, scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood.
Who the fuck is on the forensic teams if he keeps saying scientifically Oh, I know who it is. Oh well. But the detector is reacting to it.
Yeah. However you look at it, the thing's made of wood, right? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic.
If something is not metallic and it comes up on a metal detector, that sounds like the type of thing you would want to investigate, dipshit!
No, it's made of wood, though.
Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it?
It's weird that this thing is causing a racket.
Here, let me take a look at it.
Hey, get hands off! Examining evidence is a job for the,
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, it wasn't very nice.
Look, the top is coming off!
Look what you've done, you've damaged a really important piece of evidence.
Yeah!
And it's a collector's item from the document. That's,
It's a sword.
inside the staff.
Is this? Could it be?
The murder weapon.
At least the name was the... Oh. It was a Dark Magician Knight all along!
Shit.
I'd never have guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff.
They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal.
Alright, calm down.
This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else.
Didn't take gumshoe for a blacksmith.
I'm not, I just want to be cool. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, otherwise the victim would have stabbed her with her own foot.
What?
You know.
This isn't... What?
Sorry, Gumshoe, I'm trying to cover for you and I can't.
I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works.
I get what he means, but
Oh,
so
I'm fucking
stupid.
stupid. And the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden. Then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey, Gumshoe. Who knows about the hidden sword?
Well, we just found out now. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now.
Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it.
Well, then I guess it isn't the murder weapon.
No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder.
Oh, yeah, I was testing you. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job.
It's about the same length as the Shichi-Shicho, too. This must be the murder weapon.
Shitty shit sticker.
Okay. I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gonna be some traces of blood left, even if most of it's been wiped off. See you later. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight.
Hold it! Wait up, detective.
Huh? What is it, pal? Pretty busy guy right now, you know?
You're gonna get that staff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a little while?
What are you talking about, pal?
Please! Just until we find Maya.
Maya? What's it gonna do,
I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the slight pit of my stomach.
Oh, so?
Maya hasn't been accused of a crime yet. Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and, well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel.
Well, at least it's not indigestion.
Please, detective, just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern.
You're looking kind of viridian there. Okay, just stop with that face, pal. One thing though. Staff secret trick. Let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished.
I understand.
It's just a regular run-of-the-mill staff. You got it? Okay. Now you take good care of it, pal.
Thank you, detective.
And Doris should be fine.
Gumshoe.
You know, there's a place at the base of the mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal?
Sure. Night, Gumshoe.
Gumshoe's a pro.
I can't help but wonder, though. What was Elisa Nim doing with a staff like this in the first place? Trying to fuck off out of here. Suspension bridge. Temple gate. Got him. It's my last cracker, boys.
We'll get cracking.
Jesus Christ, Josh.
I know I'm a genius.
The cops are still coming to place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the entire time. How could I have done that? Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Ah! Hey, don't you dare run away! What do you want, Wright? What do I want? If you came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away! I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. Phoenix went to give him a hug. That's adorable. Really? Nothing? Peanut Gallery's quiet today.
I mean, I could say gay in honor of Lawrence. Gay! Yeah.
You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes. And thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Right? You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime, that's why. You mean because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So, I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives me even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 7 years ago, when we were little school kids at the same elementary school, Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense lawyer. Oh well, George is getting more context now. This is the George episode.
Knowledge.
We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and my son. It's been more than 17 years now. That case was finally resolved 3 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright. There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake, and not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think. So no more of this self-pity, okay? Do you want to say that instead of just thinking it? There was something that bothered me from the... Oh. Chip cracker. There we go. Right. There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. It felt like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file? Yes, I checked over every case file I've ever worked on, and I was right. I had seen her face before, 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was my first appearance in court. And as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? I'm sorry, Wright. I can't give that information away to a member of the general public. What? Why not? It might be the crucial piece of the puzzle that solves the case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple. And neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. Now I need to present this.
I read it as present.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes it's used as both.
You want a present?
Yeah. Sometimes it's the present option. Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me. But the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken by the temple when she was really young. Apparently, her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right, I might just know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please.
Yeah, that was 6 years ago, that case?
Huh, what?
That case was 6 years from this part?
Yeah, the case that Edgeworth was dealing with. It was his first case as a prosecutor. It was my first court case 6 years ago. George was there, he knows about it.
Was that?
Yeah, he will. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? You know about that case? You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Bitch, I'm better than you. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Her sister? Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood-related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father, her second wife. Oh. And this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? There is no need. Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead.
I thought it was Maya.
What a twist.
I love how just like minute silence. It's like I'm trying to get a reaction out of these guys and they're just not giving me one. Been silent the whole time. What? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest, only to historians, so to speak.
What?
Her metabolic interest... I'm sorry, her metabolic rate is interest only to historians. Jesus Christ, that's an interesting way to say that someone's dead. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? I only just discovered this, right? But I never knew about the murder case you were involved in during your college years.
What?
Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks only to the persistence of Mia Fey. Well, those were meant to be your lines, if you but it's fine.
Oh, really?
You're taking Lawrence's lines, at least for the girls.
Alright, shit, yeah, and she's the same. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Doesn't matter. At the time, Dahlia. It's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been 6 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. There's no way to revive the dead? Huh. I wonder. It seems you're not aware of the other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fay, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Karain channeling technique. Did you say Karain channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh, yes. I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. I was caught up in the middle of the murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent! Edgeworth, go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you'll know. Of course, how could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Karain channeling technique is real. Well, that covers that. To the training hall! Let's break this bitch.
Don't fucking say that.
It's not many.
Now to the cram! I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night, bitch. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth?
Yes, that's where I was.
Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me to. But I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. I believe that was... Buckiner.
It was me!
I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course.
Sister Bikini?
Her testimony in court today was very clear.
I was hoping an acolyte with her training in the temple, but... Oh. As you can see, my backline act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple.
Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the Inner Temple on the night of the murder.
That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. Ah! The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early, so I wouldn't be late.
What time was that?
Let me see. Took about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left at about 9:40 p.m., I think.
I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you.
What the fuck?
Now, you said that you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m., but what you say doesn't add up with this. Iris's hood?
Nah, isn't it the dick pic?
Why would it be the painting?
I mean, Larry says she's... Oh, wait. Oh, rang the lights out at 10 p.m.
Oh, it's this. Okay. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have.
Who's that?
Gumshoe.
Me!
Oh.
Mr. Wright.
We even spoke a little during that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten.
Shit. No, that's right, I remember now.
And that brings us to one other puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the exact same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove two things. First, on the night of the incident, you at the Inner Temple. And second, at the exact same time you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. There were two of you. On the night of the incident, you were seen in two different places at the same time, which means there must have been two of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris.
That's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me, and it's possible.
Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise.
Yeah. You sure the Chinese suggest there's more than one of me? Show me evidence. Show me something that proves that there's more than one of me.
A shadow clone.
Shadow clone jutsu.
I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps.
Hey.
That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well.
Yeah, no idea knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. Very impressive indeed. But she's no longer.
Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
There's no need to explain now. There's their Iris. This second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder. It was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne.
You said to yourself a second ago. Bitch was dead. She's dead. How could you forgotten? She dead, bitch. She dead.
Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo. A training ground of the Korean channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. That's the secret you've been trying to hide from me.
Holy shit.
But
I think I know something, but I don't want to know if that's gonna. If I'm right or wrong.
well, I guess we'll
Like, if
find
I'm right,
out
it's spoilers.
next time
not.
on Phoenix Wright. Passive-aggressive attorney, trials and tribulations. See you around.